Shalom. I give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, pushing this word out across the four corners of the earth. And this is a quick news update about what's going on in Puerto Rico. Before I get into that, I'm going to get 2nd Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time digitally in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. And the way we measure the time digitally in itself, we get in the scriptures and we see what's going on in the current events in the news world, and we equating it both of them together, and we bring it out to you all to edify. Verse 2. Then should thou understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then should thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. This is from naturalnews.com, and the title says, Prepping Saves Lives. Life is hell in Puerto Rico as food, water remains scarce, and power is nearly non-existent. This was published on September 29, 2017. If ever there was a real-life example of why being independently prepared to handle any long-term emergency or crisis is Puerto Rico. It's been a week since Hurricane Maria ravaged the Caribbean island nation, and while some help is arriving, most food stores and restaurants remain closed. The Associated Press reported, largely because the power grid was destroyed by the storm and remains in shambles. In fact, the only power on the island is coming from a few privately owned generators and those brought in by the National Guard and the government. Soon, even those will be out of commission because there is little available diesel fuel to power them. There is no water and practically no food, said Mercedes Carroll in an interview with the AP, shaking her head in frustration as she exited a local food store with only a loaf of white bread, cheese, and some bananas, not even spaghetti. The AP noted further, Maria Perez waited outside Pueblo supermarket in a nearby part of San Juan, hoping to buy some coffee, sugar, and maybe a little meat to cook with a gas stove that has enough propane for about a week more. We are in a crisis, she said. Puerto Rico is destroyed. Many are grateful for the fact that even a few stores are open, considering that almost no one has power and more than half the island's 3.3 million residents don't have water. Like I previously did in the video, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you are Israelites. And to be exact, you are from the tribe of Ephraim. And this is the Most High's way of visiting you. You refuse to come back to who you really are. You want to continue to worship these different gods. So he's visiting you by these different storms, the hurricanes. Now you having food and water drops. You don't have no type of power going on in the island. Okay, so I'm going to get 2nd Ezra 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And it was spiritual what Apostle Elder Tahar did, when this year started. He said this is the year of the triple D. Death, diligence, and destruction. Verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And how this whole earth is polluted because the so-called white man, he's in control. Esau. And the way he's polluting the earth, you have his different philosophies. He's, pushing out the agenda of the vaccines, the GMOs, the chemtrails. The whole world is sick, man. And we need our healer, Yahweh Shai, to come back and save this world, to bring it back to life. Okay? Verse 7, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. And who's the Most High tongue or his mouthpiece? Let's get that in Jeremiah 29, verse 19. Because they have not hearkened to my word, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which I sent unto them by my servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them, but ye would not hear, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And he's rising up early and sending them because, pursuant to Jeremiah 28:8, he always send his prophets out there before he comes back to visit that kingdom. There was always a pre-warning for the people to know to get right. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a hardship on this place or on this kingdom because this is the way of him sending out his prophets. He always send them out beforehand. So you can never say that I wasn't warned or I didn't know this was about to happen. So just like you see what's going on in Puerto Rico, you've been seeing the prophets out there on the highways and the byways, and you've been seeing them warning the people to get right. When we talking about warning the people, we talking about our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But it says right here, but you will not hear, said how about your Shai. So you want to continue fanning your hand at those prophets. So the Most High, he's fanning his hand back at you. That's why you getting visited with hurricanes, food drops, water drop, and now you have no electricity. Okay, so let's get another scripture just proving that the mouthpiece of the Most High are the prophets. This is Luke 1 verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. That's the elect. The Lord willing, we are a part of that. Okay. So back in 2nd Ezra 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. And our people exercise heavily worshiping these other different gods, these false gods. You want to continue calling on Sedgwick Borgia, so woe unto you, desire the day of the Lord. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Okay, so let's get this other article. And this is also from nationalnews.com. And the title says Puerto Rico collapse now leading to total chaos. No food, no water, gang members robbing citizens at gunpoint. This was published on September 30th, 2017. And pretty much the title, it says enough on its own. And I'll just leave these different articles in the description box for you brothers to edify, and you be able to do videos on, you can read upon yourself. So as you can see, it says Puerto Rico collapse now leads to total chaos, no food, no water, gang members robbing citizens at gunpoint. So this is just a small increment of what's going to come to America, the actual shores of America. Okay, so it's going to be total chaos, anarchy in the streets. It's going to be survival of the fittest, pretty much. You're going to be having women getting raped. You're going to be having so-called neighbors going to each other's houses, holding them up for ransom. It's going to be total chaos in the streets of America. And you can't say you haven't been warned because it's thousands of videos on YouTube of sincere brothers going out there on the highways and the byways doing videos on YouTube trying to warn you all to get right with you. How about you outside before he visit this earth? So you can't say you haven't been warned. You can't say that I never did see them. Because it's about to be a famine of the word very soon. So that's us crying out loud to you all, and you pretty much you fan your hand at us. So through the Spirit, Yahweh Shai, He's visiting you through these different storms, earthquakes, hurricanes, different food droughts, economic problems. So this is all the doings of Yahweh Shai. And I hope you all were edified. Like give all honor and glory again to Yahweh and Yahushua. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, sincere brothers. Keep pushing. Shalom.